yes, I do count the come out sevens as my rolls between sevens. So when I look at my roll count, I'm looking at the last 7 and the next 7 and how many times that I get 6 or more between the sevens. To me, having 2 come out sevens, although it was safe, sucks. Like, I really hate having come out sevens. When I'm trying to throw and I think I'm doing my thing, come out sevens suck. It's to me, it's a flaw in what I'm trying to do. And they're wasted rolls as far as I'm concerned. So 4-2-6, look at that. All right, so here's the good point. Now this is a good that we got here this way this time, 4-2-6. That's gonna pay we'll do 150 for 10, okay? Now, my rack has exactly 160 in it. So I've covered myself. This is the time where it happened on the same roll that we got our 5th hit, and we also got one number to hit 3 times. So either way, we were gonna be here. Now I'm at 160, I'm covered in my rack. I've recovered one of the 4 losses that I had. Stay or go. I wish I could play the song, right? Should I stay or should I go? But of course, YouTube would take it off. And here's the thing. The right-siders always want to go for the moon, right? And my good friend Greg from 555 Craps calls the box numbers the elephant graveyard because that's where all good money goes to die, right? I get it. But, you know, the inherent hope of a craps player, right? Craps is a hopeful game. You want to win. You want to win big. You're not going to ever win big from the dark side unless you're putting huge money out there, right? The dark side is a way to win. It's not a way to hit a home run. Right-siders want to hit a home run. So let's talk again about what I used to call a 3-phase system. I still believe in the 3-phase system. We're going to look at it today with what I showed you yesterday, right? And you got to have like this tiered set of goals, right? Just pressing to the moon from 0 to hero is never going to work, right? We've all watched Sin City Living and David at Casino Quest talk about the triple lux and, you know, pressing how fast can I get to table max? Well, on the 8th hit of the 6, you're going to be at $5,000. Well, the 6 ain't hitting 8 times. I got news for you. But it can hit 2 or 3 times. That's pretty common. We see 2 or 3 hits of the 6 on a decent roll, a couple times a night usually, right? So let's talk about how do we get locked in. So I think the first thing is, whatever you're playing, if you're gonna press uptown, downtown, all the way across or an individual number, it does not matter. I know Vince thinks that it matters greatly that you look at things as multiple bets as being a single unit versus one bet. There's a pro and con to both of those things, right? One number can get hot and get really high really quick. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. All those bets are going to get beat anyway. They're all going to lose at some point. But you want to, how do I get myself even in the hand? Now, getting even in the hand, or what they say, getting out of the hand, a lot of folks will regress to that. Or like skill and luck will go 66 to 88 down to 44. And in 3 hits or 2 hits, he's even and ready to go, but his bets are super low. You're at 44. If you start high and take, like I'm trying here, the 5 hits to get where you're going to get to, you'll be even. If you start high and take 3 hits on a number, you'll be even. As long as you're getting even in your hand, that's goal number 1. Whatever it takes for you to get the money you got out on the table back into your rack. So you've got, let's say you're at 160 across. I want 160 out there and 160 in my rack. I want to be, know that the 7 comes now, I can just do it again, right? That's your first goal, is earn enough money with whatever you're doing to break even on the hand. The second goal is then to lock something in. And we would say in the 3-phase strategy, get them on, which is get even, get them over, show some profit, get them in, go for the moon. Well, that phase 2 of locking in, if you're playing it like this white, red sort of a way, or if you're doing Vince's uptown, downtown, that phase 2 is that next hit. Once you got even, your next hit should be a collect. That collect is your first profit. So you get even, you should have your bets pressed up high enough to where that next hit that comes back represents a good 15 to 20% profit on that shooter, at least perhaps for the session, okay? Now you have a choice. This is where the should I stay or should I go happens, right? Once you get where you've locked, quote unquote, something in, you locked something in, you got even, you locked something in. What do? I see Dr. S has the answer. You chase that freaking unicorn, right? Or It's unicorn versus goats, like as Sebastian says over here, right? Once you get even, which takes a little bit of work, you saw it's 3 to 4 rolls to get even, lock in a little bit of something, then you can press with impunity, or like I said yesterday, just stay where you are, man. Once I get my bets to blacks and I'm collecting blacks every time, I don't have an inherent desire or need to turn blacks to purples. It's nice when it happens, but once I get from 160 to 640, that should be pretty good. And take black chips on every single hit if I got a good roll. That's, to me, for me, what I would do, right? That's up to you. You have all the decisions at your disposal. You can same bet because you're at your goal number all day long. Cool, right? You can lock and load. You can just bring it all down. Take your 640, come back home and be done, right? You can load up and just press with impunity to the moon once you're free and clear. But again, goal setting. Okay, and Chris noticed it and said it today. Boy, once you get to your goal, you don't have to think. And when you don't got to think, everything is better, right? The minute you stop thinking, your throwing becomes easier, you enjoy your neighbors more, the game slows down for you because you don't have to worry about the pressure of it all. So should I stay or should I go? This is your personal decision. When you get to goal, what are you going to do? You can lock and load, get out of there. You can load it all the way up and hit the ceiling. It doesn't matter to me, but I'm going to show you the points at which you hit those numbers in a strategy like this. So I'm going to hit at the table. We're going to go, and you can see in my rack there, what I've got in the rack, I think, is 164 times. Okay, plus, oh boy, my glasses are really foggy. 164 times, which is not enough bankroll. So to use Waylon's point, this is not enough bankroll to do what I'm about to do, but we're going to do it anyway. If I have to go get a marker, I will. I just don't have enough green chips to do 10 of these things. And so that's it. We're going to play 160 across, and I'm going to call out a couple of things as I go. So let me just start wheeling and dealing here, and we'll talk about strategies you can employ as we play it out. I may actually pay myself in doubles throughout this process where I'm going to play the white, white, red and try and get to 5 hits and make a decision. At 5 hits, I'm going to make my decision, or at 3 hits on a number, I'll make my decision. What I want to be able to do is go and go hard. All right. So here we go. Puck's going to be off. Let's go ahead and roll them out here. And again, I'll work on Waylon's set. Again, I'm not used to this one. So I'm going to throw the 5, 6, 3, 5. We'll see what happens here. And like I said, we're looking for 5 rolls if we can get it in each series here. And that's going to be the goal. There's a hard 10 to kick us off. 5, 5, hard 10. Now, again, not working come outs here. I could be working come outs, right? This whole thing of if you trust your throw, work the come out, right? I mean, I personally don't work come outs because you will see multiple come out 7s, 2, 3, 4 sometimes, right? If you're doing this and you're working the come out and you get whacked 3 times, that's the worst elephant graveyard on the planet right there. That's a bad day at the office. So that's why I don't do it, because you can get beat so many times back to back. So anyway, there that is. Let's get some numbers if we can. There's a 4, 2, 6. There's a 4 and a 2. Let's mark that up. And I will, by the way, mark the ATSs for us. So there's a 6. There's a 10. I'm not putting the money out for it, but just I'll keep track of it over here so we can see it. The 6 here is going to get paid $35. Again, we'll take our cap, make it look like 60, and bring $5 back to the rack. And you know what? I'm just going to put my profits out here in the middle. The rack is a mess because I've got the white, white, reds out here. It doesn't matter. We're just going to put our money out in the field so you can see it. We marked that 6 up. Or did I mark the 6? I did. All right, so the 6 is up. I have marked it in the rack. So I've made my white in the back there. So hopefully we can get a couple more hits on that thing and get into a little groove. We'll see what happens. Let's go. Nicer out. 5, 3, 8. That was a nice little roll right there. 5, 3, 8. Nice and simple, easy roll. 5 and a 3. And again, we'll press the 8 up as far as we can. I pays 35. We'll take a nickel back, make it look like 60. I'll mark up the 8 with my chips, and we'll go again. Oh, I gotta mark it here too. Sorry. There's the 8. All right, 4 and a 1 showing up top. Let's go. And again, my first goal, easily stated, there's a 3, 2, 5. Now I'm bouncing all over the place, right? I'm getting the 8, the 6, the 5. Like I'm not hitting anything twice, which kind of defeats the purpose here. 3, 2, 5. I'll mark the 5 in here. and the 5 over there is going to get paid. Again, 35 bucks. I'm going to stack the whole thing. So I've hit 1, 2, 3 different numbers in here during the roll. I said I need 4 to break even, 5 to show a profit, or 1 number to go off and get hit 3 times. So that's what my first goal is. My first get even goal requires 4 or 5 hits. If I'm just going to build up and not try and regress, that's got to be your goal. And you got to know that in a play like this ahead of time, what you're really looking for, right? What is your trigger to make the next decision? So my trigger point here is going to be 5 hits on anything or 3 hits on one thing. But really, you need the repeats. You got to get the repeaters to make money here. There's a 6, 4, 10, 10 on the end, 6, 4, 10. Came easy. We're going to mark the 10 here. We've already marked the 10 over here. We're going to get paid 50 bucks and press that bad boy up. And now I've got the 10, the 8, the 6, and I didn't mark the 5 with my chip that are all at one level. Okay, puck's off. Let's come out. Here we go. Dice are flying. There's my 7 on the come out. Doesn't matter. We're off. It does matter in here. Okay, these things matter. I'm going to leave them up. I know that I'm not playing the ATS. I'm going to leave them up only as a tracker for right now. I guess you know what I'll do? Here's what I'll do. I'll do them in black. 1, 2, I'll use the black lammers on the black side because I want to keep track of which numbers have hit and how many times I hit them as I go. It's just kind of a mental, as I practice kind of a thing. In rhythm here, we want to make sure that we're seeing what's happening. So here we go. Now, I'll roll first, then I'll make another point. Let's come out. There's another 6, 1, 7. That's 2 7s in a row, by the way. 6, 1, 7. They both came 6, 1. And remember, my die is 4 and a 1 on top. So one of these, either this one's, kicking over this way, this one here is staying put, I don't know. 2 7s in a row, that's why, again, you don't work the come out, right? Because that happens. For whatever reason, the 7s find the come out. I don't know why that is. And seeing 2 7s on the come out, while not the end of the world, is a little bit depressing to me, okay? There's a 2, 1, 3. And why I say that is this. Even though it didn't hurt me, I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls before I saw my first 7. So I got 5 rolls before my first 7 instead of the 7 I'm looking for. So from a practicing standpoint, I didn't hit my practice goal, which was getting a consistent 7. I got a 5 that time before the first 7 showed up. Even though it came in rhythm and didn't hurt me money-wise, it hurt my psyche, I guess, right? If that makes sense. So I wanted to get 7 before the 7. I got 5. But again, because of the rhythm of the roll that we're on, it doesn't matter. It didn't hurt me. So there it is. There's a hard 8. Square pair, like and subscribe. The 44. Hard 8's coming up. I'm going to mark this up over here with a white chip. And again, the blacks just are there to remember how many times I rolled the number, but there's my 8. It came hard. We're not working the come out, so I can't press that guy up. I'm still looking for 2 more hits. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 4. I need 1 more hit in here to make a decision, or 1 thing to hit the 3rd time. Here we go. Let's get it set up. 6, 1, 7. We didn't get it. So we're one roll shy of goal. So we lost the whole 160. Actually, we lost 150. We got 10 bucks in our rack. So I'm going to take all this down. We didn't get there, which I know makes the point. But let's take a look at where we did get to. I want you to see kind of at 4 hits in, were we close enough to call it, right? There's 150. There's 160. That was our starting bankroll for that session. 3, there's 100. There's 25. So we had 150 extra on the felt. So in this particular run with 4 hits, with the numbers that came, right? We did have our money back. We did have $155 in the rack. At 4 hits, we could have made the call. I was trying to get the 5 hits to make the call. At 4 hits, we could have made the call and done something different. Pulled back and restarted, however you want to term that. To me, like the next hit would have been the 1. Let's take these away. And it ends up being a 6-7 roller when all is said and done. Again, not great, but again, if you know what your roll length is, you can bet. All right, there's that. We made nothing there. Let's go back out again. Puck is off. Let's log the 7 as our big loser. And by the way, every single 7 has came 6-1. So if that's the dice set doing its thing, I don't know. It could be. But we've had 3 7s that are all the same 7, which I think is interesting. There's a hard 6. That's going to be our new point at 33, hard 6. That's actually very interesting. There's that. Let's mark that up. Here we go. Ooh, those dice literally landed on top of each other. There's a 4, 2, 6, 4 and a 2, 4 and a 2. That'll be our point being hit. I'm going to mark that as a second hit on the 6 over here. In my rack, I can actually mark 1 payment on that. And again, we'll take 1 nickel off of it. And we'll press that guy up. Puck's going to be off here for a roll. We got the 6 repeating, which is good. Now, one thing, I'll do this just to do it. One of the things, if you looked at my video yesterday, a comment that VDC had made was, when you're on a number, when it's showing red, in other words, if I was at the red level here where I was going to collect next, he would say, drop $3 out there and hop it, or maybe $6 or whatever, and hop the one that you're on the collect mode for, which is interesting because it's not trending just yet. But if I was at the red level, puck is off, hop the number that you're looking for. That's an interesting way of attacking it. I think that's kind of cool. So here we go. Let's get a new point established here. Super hard throw. There's a 4, 3, 7. That one I threw I threw that one like Greg. 4, 3, 7. That was 100% a 5, 5, 5 throw. So these are going to go. I'm going to make them look like they're black chips. Again, just so that we have a record of what got thrown here, so I know. But again, that's 2 rolls before the 7, so I'm not stoked about that. Even though, again, it came in rhythm. It's 2 before the 7. And again, I'm using a Wayland's dice set, which, if it matters, it matters. My roll lengths are not where they ought to be right now. There's another 6, 2, 8, easy. 6, 2, 8. We're going to mark that up. I'll put a white chip on that one. That's our first in this series. Let me also change. I can't change it. Only the 6 have been pressed. I have all the work to do still to get these numbers pressed up. Here we go. Let's get 5 in a row here, shall we? 4 and a 1. 4, 1, 5. Let's bring the dice up to you. There's a 4 and a 1. So we'll mark the 5 here. And we're going to pay the 5. $35. All right. Here we go. 6, 4, 10. Easy. 10 on the end. Easy 10. Let's bring those dice up to you. 6, 4, 10. Again, that's going to pay $50. We're going to stack it up and get noted on the 10. I didn't note the 5, by the way. I forgot to do that. So the 5, the 6, and the 10 have all been pressed up. That's 3 hits. Let's mark that up. A couple more, and we can start making some decisions here. Okay, I want to get to 5 and then make a call. Let's see if we can do it today. Nope, today's not my day. There's a 6, 1, 7. So again, the elephant graveyard takes all the money once again, except for $5. So we'll have to just reset it. Today's rolls, no bueno. No bueno today. Hard to make a point about making a decision when you don't get to make a damn decision. Welcome to craps. All right. And again, that was another 6 rolls. We had 5 here. We had pressed up 3 numbers. We had set 2 points. That's 5 quality rolls and a couple of 7s. Another 6, 1, by the way. 6, 1, 7. Let's get the money out here for our 4th try at it. Here we go. Let's get it rolling. All right, here we go. Dice are going to come out. Come out 7, 4, 3. We're off with the puck, doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. 4, 1, 5. It's gonna be our point, and again, not working the come out, so it does not pay. But we're gonna mark it up just the same. There it is. All right, here we go. Coming out. 3, 1, 4. So we're gonna note the 4. We're gonna mark the 4. We're gonna hit the 4 down here. For $50. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry, I love my chips, but they are slippery little dogs. And if I touch the pile, they will just go. So give me a minute here to reset things. Just did it again. And once they go, I can never get them right. There we go. All right. So we're going to press the 4 up all the way. I've marked it here, right? Yes, I have. Marked it on the screen. I have not. There. Now the screen shows the 4. Here we go. Let's get this done. Let's make it happen. Damn it, 4, 3, 7. Just not getting any kind of a good result today at all. 4, 3, 7. Whatever's happening is happening. 4, 3, 7. We lose all of our money. Only one hit that time. Bummer. We may have to pull a Vince and go to the bank and get some money out of the bank. That's going to be ugly if we have to do that, right? Here's our last bit of money. Our last bit of money. And again, if you're doing this strategy for reals, you're bringing 10, not 4, right? This is only try number 4. So if we have to go to the bank, we will go to the bank. Let's go. 6, 2, 8. It's going to be a 6 and a 2. It's an 8. Let's mark the 8. There's the dice. Okay, here we go. There's the 8 right back, a 6 and a 2 again. And what I'm finding right now, again, 6, 2, 8, 6, 2, 8. Let's pay ourselves first before we talk about what just happened. I'm going to put this nickel from the last time back in the bank here. You know, what I'm seeing here, what I want to see is the kill. I want them to come here and just kind of die. What's happening is they're landing on top of each other. So that one kind of stays put. This one goes flying off into the Netherland, and it's causing me all kind of problems. So they're landing too close together, and they're just scattering like crazy town. So it's you know, in this toss, that's not what you want to see. You want to see them separate a little bit and not kiss in the air like I'm seeing here. So and there's a 6 and a 1. Boy, oh boy, right out of the gate, we're just done here. Oh wait, oh, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna actually mark the 8 here with blacks. I forgot to do this, I'm sorry. It was 8 and an 8 again. The puck was off actually, so that's okay. That's a 6, 1, 7. And again, I think all but like 2 of the 7s have been 6 1s. We talked about how this dice set kind of works and how this throw works. I should be seeing lots of 6s and 1s if I'm doing things quote unquote mechanically right. These throws that feel okay that turn into 7s that are 6s and 1s are interesting. There's a 5, 2, 7, back-to-back 7s again on the come out. Again, doesn't affect us because we're not playing it, but something worth noting, I think, right? There's that. All right. All right, here we go. 5, 3, 8. That's a new point. Is going to be an 8. We'll mark it with a white chip. It's our third 8. 5, 3, 8. Third 8 hit in this hand, right? Only one collection on it because again, it's been the point. So I haven't been able to really do anything good with it. Which again is a rhythm thing, right? Here we go. Dice are flying. There's a yo. It's our first, I think, horn number besides we had 1, 2, 3 a while back. It's our first horn number in a long, long time. Okay, here we go. As I say that, there's a 1, 2, 3 ace deuce. 1, 2, 3. So we mark the 6-5 yo, the 2, 1, 3. Let's mark that up. And if we're going to get an ATS hit, maybe we'll get lucky here. We'll see. Knock some of the hard ones out, I guess, right? Here we go. Wow, look at that. As I'm talking about it, it's happening right in front of us. There's the 6, 6. Now, yay for the ATS, but for somebody who's hoping that his toss and his dice set is going to get him some inside numbers, this is a big concern, right? I've thrown, I don't know, 6, 7 shots here, and I've got nothing out of it. This is a complete waste. This is like, you know, it's nice to see the ATS numbers coming out for us like this, but it doesn't do any damn good. 4, 1, 5, 4 and a 1. That's a 5. That's going to pay $35, and of course we're going to stack that bad boy right up. The 5 is actually loaded up. The 8 is loaded up. Sorry, I did the wrong one. The 5 and the 8. There we go. I didn't reset my white reds with the last shooter, so only the 5 and the 8 are good. Let's mark the 5. There she is. All right. Look at that run. 8, 11, 3, 12. That's brutal, man. That's just a horrifyingly bad series of dice right there. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it this time. We can do this. Can totally do this, right? There's a 5, 4, 9. Good. 5 and a 4. That's a 9. Let's bring that in so you can see it. And again, we'll bump it up. We'll set our rack and we'll mark it over here at the ATS. 5, 4, 9. Here we go. Roly-poly. 5, 4, 9 repeater though. That's good. We'll take the result. I didn't like the roll, but I'll take the result. 5, 4, 9. So that's going to pay, I don't have a penny, but we're going to pretend I did. It pays 84. I'm going to take 85. Again, just to make the math easy, this requires a penny for $85. And what happens here on the 9 is it goes to $100. This nickel was from the last round. Oh, no, it's from the 8. So we're good there. So what I've got out here in my rack is $50 in the rack pulled in. The 9 is now at level red. So the 9 actually is at gold. It's at $100 here. I'll actually make it look like a black chip so you can see it. The 9, finally, we got a number to get to goal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. I actually went a little too far. I should have stopped at 5 hits, but let's take a look at where we are here, okay? And make our decision. This is the go, no-go decision. So we put in the work, right? We got 5 hits, actually 6, and you got to make a decision because right now you're at beyond goal, right? If I were to take these down, and I'll do it here really quickly. I'll put the money right in front. Let's put the greens back. Okay, there's our starting money. Here's what's came off the table, right? You got 25, 35, let's say 50, $65, plus 75, plus another 50, right? So you've got 150, about $165 off the table, right? Right at this point, we are 100%, our money's back in our rack, and we have our initial bankroll rolling, right? That's one way to look at this, is that I can regress back down to 160 and start over again and pull in a guaranteed $15 profit, okay? And again, I'll put all the chips back here for you so you can see them all, right? There's 100, 50, 60. That's our starting bankroll, plus 25, plus the 160 that's out here. So we've actually doubled up our money on this roll right now. If I pull this down back to 160 and regress it, we're guaranteed a profit. We're guaranteed to pull back one of the 2 people that we lost on earlier, right? That's one of your go, no-go decisions, right? We got even, we got some profit. Now we can make a decision. What do you want to do? Do you want to go for it? Do you want to stay where you are and keep working the black, work to the black level, or do you want to just kind of run out of here, right? That's the go, no-go. Now for me, again, it depends on my bankroll status right now. Having lost a couple of times in a row, the smart move is to go back to 160 make sure I've got another bullet in my gun to try this again. That's the smart move, okay? But the aggressive move is to stay where I am and get them all to black, right? Or at least get a black hit. And what a black hit means to me is this. Let's put the 9 back to the 100 like it should be, right? If that 9 comes in and gets hit and the 8 goes to 60, and the 5 was at, right? So the 8, the 5, and the 9, right? That's where I am. Where the 8's pressed up, the 5's pressed up, the 9 is at here. If I get the 9 to hit again, I'll be at the same spot. I will have my 160 in the rack. I will have one whatever out here, and I'm on the way. So here's like this nexus point where you can say, yeah, I can lock in 100% profit on the shooter, or we can fight for that guy right there. And that one hit does the exact same thing. So the one more hit can get you there, but we're still completely exposed. So again, this is your aggressiveness here, right? We've got to even. If we want to be even, we can be even. And pressing indiscriminately. If you want to be aggressive, you have the chance to be aggressive here. So I wanted to point this out, this decision-making time right here, right? The safe thing to do, roll back to 160, collect 160, and you're great. You're great shape. The aggressive thing to do is let that guy pay you off, right? Let's let the 9 pay us off. Let's take the aggressive stance here because why not? It's in the morning and we can do it. And we'll just see what happens here, right? But the smart play here is to go back to 160 and restart the process, and then you're good. Then there's no stopping from that point. But let's go ahead and play this thing through and see if we can't get a hit. And look at what happens as I'm talking about that, right? I said out loud, one more hit, and you know the freaking dice can hear you. One more hit, and we go belly up, right? That's exactly what you expect to happen when I say that out loud, right? Of course. But there it is, right? That was the point. The whole point of today was that exact moment right there, which is knowing what you got. And I think as a player, you got to know what you got out there. At what point can I pull this back and go down to 160? Now, again, I think Waylon said the other day, scared money don't make money. And the regression strategies in general can be seen as or talked about as scared money. It's what it is, right? A regression strategy is playing with scared money. And just make no mistake about it. You're pulling back, right? Because you think that you're playing for free. You're not, right? You're just playing not to get beat, right? And there's a point in your psyche where you have to make a decision. Am I going to be an aggressive player and go for this thing? Or am I going to pull my profit back and be safe with it? Or am I pulling my profit back and being out of here, right? And that's what you've got to make a decision on. Now, here's a case where we had the chance to be even and chose to be aggressive, and it didn't work out, okay? But I think it's interesting and fun to look at that. And personally, that was a 9 roller. I'm happy with that, right? I think it was 9, right? Or was it 7? It was exactly 7. That was good. I want my 7 rolls, right? It was 8, 11, 3, 12, 5, 9, 8, 5, 9, 9, or 9, 5, 9. That's good. I got 7 rolls out of that between 7s. That was my personal, I'm good. I'm happy with that. Let's take a marker out and do it again. I got a few more minutes here before I have to get to my work, and I want to do one more shot at it. And again, let's get to that decision point, and we'll see what decision we make. And actually in the chat, while I'm getting here, if I can get to that point again, tell me right now, vote for it in chat, what should I do? Would you want me as a group to play aggressively again or pull back to 160? If we can get to that point again, what should we do? There's a 314 for our next point. 314. Let's mark it up. Let's get 5 or 6 rolls if we can and make our decision. All right, but tell me what you want me to do. You guys get in chat and talk amongst yourselves, and we'll make the right call here. Here we go. 314. So point repeater 314. I'll mark it as being hit twice. That's going to pay 50 and get stacked. The puck is going to be off. Let's do it. Wow, 5, 2, 7. We're throwing a lot of 7s today. Let's make those look like they're black chips so that we can still keep our count right, but a lot of 7s today. And again, I'm using that dice set that I'm not used to using, which if that matters, I don't know. again, I throw the way I throw because it's comfortable, not because of the dice set. So the dice set may or may not have any bearing on this at all. There's a 617. Another one of those. I should really keep track of how many of those I threw today. I'll have to go back and watch that because there's a lot. There's a lot of those. And again, if you're kind of the hopping kind of a person, you might be looking at that. At the faces of the dice that are coming up. There's another 415, new point. But we're seeing a lot of those 1s and 6s coming out, which is, I think, it's kind of interesting. My 10s came 6-4, my 4s came 3-1. So if the way I'm throwing and Waylon said has anything to do with that, I don't know. But it's definitely interesting. I didn't mark the 5, by the way. And that is a 6-2-8. So the 8's going to get paid $35. We'll take that. Let me reset things. The 9, there's the 8 getting hit once. There's the 4 getting hit once. All right. White, red is set. We have 2 numbers in. Let's go. Come on. Hard 6, 3-3, hard 6. We'll mark that up. 3-3, 6 will get paid $35. Again, we'll take the cap, press it up. 6 and 8 and 4. There's the 6. There's the 8. There's the 4. They're all been pressed once. We have our triggers in place. We're going to be there in a minute. We can make that call, and then I'll go over and check chat and see what you guys want me to do. 2 more numbers, and we'll be good. What's that? A 4-2-6? Hard to see the 2s because on these dice, the black dice, the color up logo is there on the 2. It looks like a different number to me. 4-2-6. That's really good. The 6 gets hit. Actually, I didn't mark it the last time. The second time, it's going to get paid $70. Okay. We take the cap, put everything else on there. That makes it 120. I'll take that green out of there. 6 now is on the collect. 6 is on red. We can collect on a 6 here. If we get it again, that's fantastic. We have $20 in the rack. Love it. We're doing good. That was back-to-back 6s. And again, if you're a trender, you might want to take $3 and hop the 6s for 3 rolls and just see if you can't pop one out of here and get some extra cash flowing, right? Here we go. 4-2-6. Look at that. All right. So here's the good point. Now this is a good that we got here this way this time. 4-2-6. That's going to pay We'll do 150 for 10. Okay. Now my rack has exactly 160 in it, so I've covered myself. This is the time where it happened on the same roll that we got our 5th hit. And we also got 1 number to hit 3 times. So either way, we were going to be here. Now I'm at 160. I'm covered in my rack. I recovered one of the 4 losses that I had, right? And I don't got to take anything down. I can press this thing for quote unquote for free and just have a good old time trying to get these things up as high as I can now. To me, 120 is where they're going to stay, right? My max, my personal goal max for each number is the black level. I want to get them all to black and keep them there and start bringing black chips into the rack. That's my goal. Let's see if we can't get there. Okay. Happy that we got there once today, finally one time. And this time we got there a different way. So the decision to be aggressive or not was made for us because we hit the 6 3 times, that 3rd collect puts you at even. You're just solid, right? Versus having to say, do we regress or not? There's no need to regress because we got our 3rd hit on a number. The 3rd hit on a number means I ain't got to regress, and I'm super happy about that. Here we go. What do we have there? A 2-2 hard 4, which is really good. The 2-2 hard 4 means this. So the 4 is going to go also now to the red level, okay? At 75, it pays 150, again, minus our VIGs. I know there's VIGs to be paid. We can actually, if you want me to drop the nickel, I will, from my rack to pay the VIG on that. It's actually going to give me $2 and change. Now, here, it's at the black level. Black is my limit for every number. I'm trying to get them all to black. I got 125. That can come back to the rack. I'll pay that in color to make it clean. And now the 4 is here in black. I'm going to put a white chip on it because that came after the 7, okay? The last 7. So there's our 2, 2, 4. We're still on a point of 5. I've got 2 numbers that are at that red level, which we like, right? Two numbers made it to glory. One of those 2 numbers actually scored on it, which was cool. So at this point, we've actually shown a profit on the shooter. There's a 1, 2, 3, ace, deuce. That's my second one of those, 2, 1, 3. Here we go. 6, 1, 7. Another 6, 1, 7. That's fascinating. 6, 1, 7. So we go out, but we made 150 bucks. Actually, we made 260 bucks on that shooter, which is good. We left money out here, but we made 260, and we can actually play 2 more times now. Based on what we did here, we earned back 2 of the losses that we had before. So while not perfect, a throw of length, whatever that was actually just the perfect rolls to throw to get us where we needed to be. We made 2 shooters out of the 4 we lost back. So, not perfection, but good. And I'm glad we got to see, actually, like I said, the choice of, I got 5 hits, do I regress, was choice number 1. The second time we did it, we got the number to hit 3 times. So that number got us to even in the hand. And once you're even in the hand, you can do whatever the hell you want. And it makes it, I think, fun. And again, not anything to think about, okay? So as I look at my roll history here, again, not the set I'm used to throwing, not super happy with the roll lengths. I got 1 that's a 7. I've got 1 that's actually 2 that are 7s. 1 that's a 5. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I've got 3 5s, 2 7s. That's okay. It's not ideal. Didn't have any PSOs today, so I'm happy with that. I've got, again, out of the 5 shooters, or the 5 shooters that we did, 2 of them were of length, or 3 were of length 7, 2 are of length 5. So I'm actually okay with the roll length today. Wasn't awful. I got to the final stage once today, potentially twice out of the 5 shooters. Okay, on the one we made a terrible decision, right? We decided to stay out and be aggressive instead of pulling it back, right? So that's okay. It doesn't really matter. And what I mean by that is, what my results don't matter. What matters is that you have a chance to see what I mean when I say, when do you make your decision? Like at what point? We got even twice, right? We took profit twice. Then it's like, what do you do? What do you do at that point? Do you stay aggressive? Do you pull back? Do you go home? We got to make a decision today, which was what I wanted you to see, and put yourself in that mindset. The come out 7s greatly affect the SRR, right? They really do. But that's, to me, the most important metric, right? We got lucky. Come out 7s when you're playing like this are lucky. The 7 came at a good time where it didn't hurt me today, right? As a dice thrower, I look at those 7s and I cringe. I go, damn it, I had too many 7s today. I would rather have 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 rolls, not, the 7s coming at the perfect time, because tomorrow they won't come at the perfect time. Tomorrow, those same 6 7s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the same 6 come out 7s tomorrow will be 0.7 out 7s, right? Today we happen to catch it with the puck being off. That's why it matters to me how many I'm rolling between. And again, today I used Wayland's 5-6-3-5, and is it the set? Is it the way I threw? Who the hell knows? Didn't work out what I would have liked today. So yes, I do count the come out 7s as my rolls between 7s. So when I look at my roll count, I'm looking at the last 7 and the next 7, and how many times did I get 6 or more between the 7s. To me, having 2 come out 7s, although it was safe, sucks. Like, I really hate having come out 7s. When I'm trying to throw and I think I'm doing my thing, come out 7s suck. It's to me, it's a flaw in what I'm trying to do, and they're wasted rolls as far as I'm concerned. Thank you for being here, for being subscribers, of course, and being my friends, being part of the community. Love all of you. don't have to agree on everything, right? I know that Greg and I don't agree on dice influence. I know that Sebastian, based on some of his comments, they doesn't believe in it either. I know that Vince wants me to do more uptown, downtown, seeing things in groups. Wayne wants me to ladder everything. We don't all have to play the same way and see it all the same way. As long as your way is your comfort zone and you're playing in a safe kind of a way, you're going to be fine. Just enjoy the game and play smart. Okay. Ken always says, be great, be smart, have fun, be safe. God bless all of you